Good day, Tamers. As you might be aware, Manchester/Sleaford had a regional this weekend, and fortunately I couldn't go. Too far away. BT16 right around the corner, and then Birmingham Expo at the end of May. Dropping like £2,000 on Digimon in like a month doesn't seem like a good idea. So let's take that down to £1,000, and we'll go from there. But a couple of shout outs first. This top 16 deck. Owner Rose, bubbled at 17th, fantastic job. Been playing armor for a long time, did really well. Not the highest armor placement, you're going to be quite interested in this. And then Bone Duster, another fellow content creator. Best Royal Knight player on the day, like 55th, did the best. But Royal Knights doesn't really have a good matchup at the moment. Fortunately, a lot of other decks are a lot faster than they are, and Royal Knights just doesn't get to set up, doesn't get to play. But let's jump into this. Oh, and obviously the big thank you over there to KNT Elixir for casting and hosting this event for us over the weekend. Did a fantastic job, and hopefully we'll see them soon in Birmingham. But yeah, so first of all, top 16 list. This is from Shippy. Shippy is a friend of mine within reason. Known him for a while, and yeah, playing the best deck of the format. Mirage, I feel like a lot of people think Mirage is the best deck of the format. I'm in that category as well. I do think they do very well for themselves, as Mirage has been performing fantastically over the last month or so now. But yeah, they weren't the highest rated Mirage here, but Mirage didn't win. That's going to help you guys push forward to the first place winner today. I did question them, and they said this looks like a modified version of Lazar's list that won a few weeks back, I think in a rate and trade regional. And yeah, like the deck is really good, deck solid. People are still like clinging on to the Betamon because they really want the jamming. People obviously got the one Bukamon. That's the big issue. That's the biggest hit to Mirage was jamming. It did get taken away. But that being said, I do like the inclusion of the Siegramon here. 5 memory seems like a lot, but in Mirage you can sit at 5, 6, 7 memory towards the end of your plays, and you do sort of find that you are like one hit short sometimes. You got the memory, you got the Siegramon. So yeah, quite interesting tech here. I don't dislike it. A lot more people are sort of looking towards doing the Aero Veedramon security here, because the idea is like, you know, you go up into this because you have to attack it, go into this, swing, do 2 hits. But I like it. I think it's a good idea, especially if you're going to go up into like burst mode and you get like a couple of hits off. You know, you're going to have to swing 3 times then. It's a good tech choice. I do like it, and you are only taking away from the BT11 one. So yeah, I quite like it. One Hammer Spark seems quite interesting. I've not seen people use Hammer Sparks, but down to 1 of the full moon seems like a weird choice, because obviously you're taking away the full moon for a Hammer Spark. Maybe it's just a hit in security, so that way when it gets hit in security, you gain 2 memory, goes back to your turn, you continue your plays. ADP and such effects aren't really common currently in the meta, so it makes sense to me, and I do think it's a good choice here within reason, but I would still prefer 2 full moons. Going to 15th place here, Man in Blue. Yeah, I actually quite like this deck list here. A lot of people do sort of wonder what's going on here. Numemon's just very good. There's no reason why it shouldn't be very good at the moment. I don't think we see any more support for Numemon for a little bit though. Maybe some top end stuff in the future, but nothing too breaking the bank here. I do sort of see this in the future, maybe dropping the Agumons and then having the access to the 8 Ukamons as a BT16. And I think that's kind of the only thing that's really changing for Numemon in the near future, because I don't think they want to play big Ukamon. Yeah, looks like a normal list to me. Playing 3 of the Platinums, 2 the Venuses, 1 of the Azul, and then a Merciful to deal with grave trash heavy decks. 1 Defex here to go wide boards, which is good for the mirror match, and then Shine Room Mod also good for the wide boards as well as the mirror match, because doing minus 10 DP, minus 10,000 DP that sticks for 2 turns, technically like your turn and their turn. Very interesting to see going forward. This is generally very similar that I've been seeing a lot of. Protoform does seem to be coming up more often than not now. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of Protoform in the deck. I understand why it's here, because obviously you got the X antibodies. But like, yeah, good list, solid list. And then we have from a Badger. They've played same Numemon deck top 14 here. They've reduced something. They've added one more Tumon and taken away the Azulong. I like Azulong. The difference between 14th and 15th here is nothing. It's literally the same. They're in the bubble. I think they are 5 and 1. Is their finishing position here? So yeah, I think a lot of them. I think 3 to 15 or 3 to 12 are like 5, 0 and 1, and then it was like 4 and 2 was like this onwards. So these could be 4 and 2, but yeah, again, fairly solid list. Something you've been seeing constantly lately, so nothing amiss here. Elizabeth, their take on security control with a little action from Gallimon here to help push the games. Obviously, having Rush is really good, and since you're in a deck that will generally be generating some trash themselves, you get the cost down. You may have noticed for whatever reason this is a limitless format where the babies rules at the bottom, so I do apologise for that. I can't change that unless I want to do like a lot of work, and I'd like to make it a little bit easy for myself for a change. Vixie seems fine because I do believe this is when using an option card you can gain a memory or get a draw, so makes sense for this deck to make this a possibility. 2 cells, so when you go into 4, you can get yourself the extra one back. Pillow for some floodgateness. This, from what I've seen, is a new tech choice, but obviously 5 cost throw down, security attack -1, pretty good. You are playing the Venus here, so it makes sense that you want to maybe get Venus up on one turn and then throw it down on another turn to make it so Venus still can't be attacked. The attacking triggers can't go off. The Magnus here, I'd possibly switch it the way around, so you go 4 with the Ace and then 1 of the 3 of the old ones, just because it feels more effective. Because even if you explode, you still spend 7, so you're not really losing out on anything here. The Venus, perfectly normal. You want to see this in security control, makes sense because you want to slow down your opponents as much as you can. Shadow Seraphi, don't see much Shadow Seraphi from what I can feel. Normally is the tech choice here because generally you want to run Shadow Seraphi with a Seraphi card, but it seems to make sense to me. So, BT13 Gallimon is a fantastic card, but I'm super biased because Gallimon's my boy. But having Rush, having the ability to delete in the 6,000 or less, and if it doesn't, you can delete in the 13 or higher is really good, especially if you are looking to get rid of the board breakers like Defex on your opponent's side of the field. 1 Revenge Kid, I believe this is. Very good card, especially into like a mirror match or anything that's just going to need to restock your own stuff back into it. And then Defex here is here for the wider boards that you can't deal with a card or 2. Perfect sense, really good. Curries is your purple side of things here to make things go, go, go. TK and Curry, if you're losing, you gain memory. And then a Digemperor here, I believe this is more for the Ukamon matchups kind of thing, so you get one down early, make you say they can't Ukamon out. Kari, the one of like memory setter, I think it is. And then you have Holy Wave. Can't see because of the fog. I think it's Holy Wave. This is the one that stops your opponents from attacking. Sorry, gives your opponents -1 KD, 1 security, and I think if it, or it gives it -3, and then in security gives it the main effect again. Blinding Rays, or was it Revelation of Light? Very good if you've got a Curry down. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3 different Curries down in the field. So, you know, it's probably going to be active more often than not that all of your opponent's Digimon get minus DP for the turn. Flame House Life, fantastic, amazing card. This triggers on the Magna, which is possibly what they were thinking of when having this in here. But you can bring back any of these here. So, yeah, I'm fairly happy with this having the action to bring back the Sala, the Floodgate if you have to, the Aero, as well as the Magna, which is probably why the Magna's at 4, to be fair, now looking at this list. Chaos at 4, card's amazing. It just goes, no, you can't play the game anymore. I'm putting your thing back on top because I'm still going to win by timeout if we do go to like finals. It makes sense, very good. Long key, I'm not going to try and do the other part. This has a weird effect where it has to trigger both parts first. So if you do the first part, you have to then figure out the second part, and then you can go back and finish the first. I didn't know this. I don't think a lot of people knew this. This came up a couple of tournaments ago in NA where someone said that they lost to this, and then someone was like, actually that's not how it works the other way around. So you have to target, then you have to delete something, and then the target can then resolve. Apparently this is how it works. This sounds really weird to me as well. So if I can have a judge friend maybe talk to me about this one, maybe that's how it works. But it makes sense that sometimes cards have to resolve in backwards orders, because like that's a lot of card games do that anyway. The one of reinforcement, because it's a 1, because it's like very, very cost efficient. And then one of the element of friendships from Mr. Matt and the ST17 deck. Very good deck. So, no, Elizabeth did really well here, and I like the deck. Very colourful. Got red, got black, got purple. Just missing some green and some blue. And we'll be better than to have the rainbow deck. I'm going to be Grumpy Agita for a second. This here is yellow hybrid. This is red-yellow control, sir. Check yourself at the door. Curtis P, name your stuff correctly. This is not yellow hybrid. You don't have the right Tamers in here for yellow hybrid. Come on, man. Figure yourself out. But we're playing the Karamon here, which has the hold when you attack into security. You can draw a card, which is always really good in this, because there's lots of red things that can attack in this deck. Playing four of the I want to say that's BT15. So it's like EX4 and BT13. I think these two are generally quite standard here, and there's no reason why that you wouldn't be playing these. Obviously, you got the Karamon here, so you can just Digivolve for 0. Or if you don't really have much of a plays, but you want to try and choke your opponent at 1 memory, turn 1 you can cost the 1 to go to it on your opponent's turn. Play in the 1 of GeoGreymon here because is that 1 because it's very good. It's a little bit too effective, especially in decks that do want to run a lot of Tamers. 4 of the Selfie. That's Selfie, right? And then 2 of the Kazi. Again, makes sense. You are running yellow Tamers, so that all of them are yellow, so you can obviously Digivolve on top of them. You can swing with them. That's fine. Again, not yellow hybrid. And then we have 4 of the Magna Aces, which is fine. Obviously, if everyone wants to swing over you one of these here, you can just Digivolve to this, get the effects off, and then possibly pop something reducing, so it just crashes and dies. Got the 1 of Angie Woman. I think this is just more for another level 5 card, and then 1 of the Jet Selfie. I want to say Jet Selfie. I haven't seen, yeah, I don't see a lot of yellow hybrid, to be fair, over here in the UK or in Europe, from what I can see, or what I've been recasting for lately. And then 3 of the Venus. This seems very standard. I do occasionally see that they will have like 2 shines as well. That does seem to be the other thing that people bring into this, because it makes sense that just Digivolve on top of this, give everything a wide board, wipe it, and then your opponent just goes, ah, crap, nothing I can do about it. 4 TKs. This is memory set of TK from what I can see, so it's the one where you look confused security and grab a yellow card and then put it back. Marcus here, standard 5-cost Marcus, which is memory setter for the Marcus stuff, as well as suspending and keeping something minus DP. Corey and Ty, really good. I used to play this a lot in Gallantmon because the idea of being able to swing over things in security is really good, and then also having the access to get additional memory during your turn if you're at 3 or less and your opponent's at 3 or less, I believe. And then the 4 of Marcus here, just so that way you can Digivolve and swing, but he's only for a Greymon, so I think Greymon can go into something else. But the Agumon and Greymon do get to go up into another source, so it's not so bad. Trying to figure out the names of these because I can't really see. Is it Shining Wave or Shining Burst? And then this is Trident, because Greymon gets to attack, I think, at the end of this move. And then this is... I'll never get this one. This is the new one. 2 Crimsons. 1 of the Sunrise Blaster. And then 1 of the Revelations of Light. Options here, fantastic. I would possibly prefer if they had maybe gone like... Maybe take these 2 out. It's a pretty good card. Looks really weird here because I feel like they should have had maybe 2 in trainings, maybe, because you can find everything in the deck with 2 in trainings. So I don't know. I just feel, besides maybe the Crimson, but yeah, wide format makes sense. You want to have the Crimson players make things a bit easier for yourself. This obviously just does a lot. This gets Tamers on the field. This one gets Tamers on the field. I don't hate. Like, yeah, the name is wrong, but otherwise the deck is solid. So yeah, congratulations, Curtis. You got top. You got 12. Congratulations. You did really well. Vear. So I believe this is the highest placed in Beelzy list. I could be wrong. So Vear got 11th. And it's really weird to talk about Beelzy in the current situation because we're obviously going to get the better one in like a month's time, month and a half's time. But the lists I have been seeing that are winning do seem to be having like shine in there, because I do feel like if you can't finish on the turn you want to finish on, you have to just destroy your opponent as much as you can. The issue I do feel like a lot of people are having, though, is because you don't have a good rookie searcher anymore, because they obviously limited to 1 because it was such a good trash source as opposed to being a good searcher, you are having to use this instead, and it feels a little bit janky at times, or most of the time. But I like it. You know, you got the Yamons, which let you trash when attacking if you're a wizard or a demon lord. I think it is. X antibody lets you trash the X antibody option card, which they aren't running anyway. The one that on swing you've got 20 more trash, you can digivolve into a Beelzemon. Then, yeah, why aren't you running X antibody? I'm really confused now. Because you think you want to insert X antibody, swing, go up into one of the Beelzemons. You do have one. You have 4. I'm so confused with this list now. Are you just stack building? I'm super confused. So, yeah, that's the swing you go into your megas. This one just to trash an option card. This one to build your trash faster. This one to search, build your trash faster. Game memory, get blocker. On attack, trash, and then on deletion for the turn, you can bring back a Beelzemon if there's 10 or more cards in trash. Helps defeat the game. Fairly good. I didn't realise this about the EX2 one until I had to play against someone in the finals. Apparently, 0 is a cost now, and you can use its effect. I was under the impression, or this might be something I heard like a long time ago, that you had to pay at least 1 to be able to activate the cost effect, because not paying a cost isn't paying a cost, obviously. So you go like you had to pay up to 2, means you had to pay at least 1, right? But as far as I was aware, it was like you can only pay 1 if like if you only had like 1 in deck left. So obviously you still tried to pay the cost because you tried to pay the cost, you can do it. But if you couldn't activate the pay the cost, you couldn't do it. But apparently you can, and that doesn't sit right with me. And this is someone who's been enjoying this deck for a long time. It's like, that's something about the deck I didn't know about, and apparently it's only Spanish people that knew this. This seems really strange. This one obviously just very good. Trash top 4, game memory back for every 10 cards in trash. Really solid. And then obviously just game finisher. Also game finisher technically, because you can go up into this, trash the last couple of cards, and there's security, and then swing for game. And Shine's is really good at wiping boards. Tamers, good Tamers, they search, they do what you need to do, and they also have putting things back on the top of the deck, and then you can obviously mill things, and you can get more effects off. My brain's got dead. Death Cannon, my brain's got dead. Obviously good, every 10, you can increase the level by 1, or just like memory gainer. In training is a really good idea, because obviously everything in here is purple, so you can always search it, or you can get, and then just making this a stack decks is a bit different, but it's interesting. Rivals, fantastic card, really, really good, either just as a delay card as well as a option card to destroy things, is just fantastic. 2 of the 7th. This is really weird for me, because people are either like, it's a 1 of, you can't touch it, or it's a 2 of, or it's card's Joe. Card's fantastic. Do not like sleep on this card. The card is amazing. And then as we've always said, the Yamon. So yeah, congratulations, did really well here. And it's always nice to see some representation for Beelzemon, especially since it has been kicked down the slight of stairs a year ago. Second highest ranked content creator here, as MiniKill was quite happy with themselves, but still 10th place, and I also believe it's the highest ranked Mirage build today. So they're running the standard 1 Bukamon and then the free 1 year. People are starting to cut down to the 2 and 1 of at the moment, because they want to see that Bukamon at least in the same game. But we are looking here at a very small level 3 package. I'm always concerned when I see very small level 3 packages, because it's very inconsistent when you do that sometimes. But 10th place, they lost 1 game, so obviously it worked out for them. They are running 3 of the Bukamon, which have the jamming in Inherited, as well as just the on-play draw. Each of us draw. Makes sense, because obviously this is how the deck wants to evolve. You're playing 4 of each of the doggos here. 1 that lets you play Thomas for free, and the 1 that bounces a level 3 or lower to hand, I believe it is. Lanamon, I think everyone's kind of realised now that this is like the best hybrid. You'll still see people like Kumamon because they want a source strip, but that's why he's here. So yeah, I'm super happy to see Lanamon in this, because it's nice to see people picking the right hybrid for a change. Zudamon 4 of... I don't know how I feel about 4. 3 is like... I always feel like 3 is too... Like, 2 is not enough. 3 seems fine. 4 could be excessive, because I always feel like if you've got it, people just want to shotgun it. And the issue with shotgunning it is someone's going to gun you in the end anyway. 3 of these, so the BT11s, and then 1 of the EX4s, because it's limited. And then 1 of the Aeroveet ones from the structure deck. And then 4 of the BT11s, which is always the right answer. 1 of these because it's either this or BT4, and like this pops a tamer at least, so it's like you can send it to the hand, so at least it has its needs, especially going to like hunters or Digicross eventually, and it will like send a tamer back to hand. And oh no, you lost all those Digimon cards underneath it. It's terrible. 3 burst modes, it always seems to be the answer. 3 of each of the Tamers, always seems to be the answer. 4 and 3, okay. Normally I see a lot of 4s and 2s. But this could be the reason why they're not playing many rookies, is because they're trying to just constantly search things, have a lot of memory in the background, and then all of a sudden swoop in and go, go, go. We have access to 2 of the 4 moons, which is the number I always think is the best one, and then 1 of the Ice Walls. Again, very good mid-range deck, does its best when it can, and we've also spoken about the rookies. So congratulations, MiniKill, I think you did really well here, 10th place. Saf! We love Saf. Saf doesn't do interviews. They are still playing Red Hybrid, which isn't an issue before someone goes like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think actually... I think every single Red Hybrid who was doing well got in the same bubble of like 3rd to 10th or 3rd to 11th. So Saf was unfortunately not the best Red Hybrid by numbers, but all their games were the same internally. So Saf does play the 4 and the 1 of, which is very fine because you're generally going to explode things and you're also going to swing with red cards, so it makes sense. 4 of the Flamedramon from BT12? I think it's the BT12 one, the one that lets you sacrifice and draw blocks with it. And then this is the BT7 one, the one that lets you search, I think it is. It's the foil one, so I think, yeah, because I don't think the original one is foil. Also, it's shimmy, 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 so that makes me think it's the BT7 one. 4 of the Ukamon. Yeah, this seems like very standard. You've got your searcher, you've got your draw power, you've got your swing as hard as you can. 2 of the Gotsumon. I can't remember what this does. Does it give you more DP, or does it give you like a draw or something when you swing? I haven't seen people take this in, so maybe that's down to just like some Saf like spice. There we go. We've got the 4 and 4 from the BT12 package. I don't know if Saf actually has these upgraded, if this is in what you can pick, because I know Saf likes to upgrade his Roll Knight deck when he was like max rarity, which probably is max rarity now. So it'd be nice to see if Saf is also doing this, because Saf has been playing for quite a while and he's a very good player, and it's nice to see that with prize support, you know, you can upgrade his deck. 3 of the ones from BT7? I'm never sure it's BT7 or if it's BT4. I want to say it's BT7. And then 4 of the BT7 Eldermons, because 1, cards absolutely cracked. 2, the others aren't so great. Although the BT17 one's actually kind of okay, but I don't know if you're going to run it. What I've been seeing, a lot of people have been running the new stuff with DinoBeemon as a hybrid, as a DNA to go into to have an extra swing on the turn, which I think is actually a pretty good idea. 4 of the BT12s. Yeah, I think it's BT12s. Give me the old styles, I can tell you which it is straight away. And then 1 of this. I'm always suspicious that people do this, and I'm like, just have 1 of the BT7 ones, because it has Blitz. So worst case scenario is if you go into the BT7 one, which lets you go up into it, obviously be on the field for a turn, and you can swing out of it at least. Like, you know, you do have Blitz if you just go into your opponent's turn, and that could be the difference between winning the game and losing the game. At the same time, I also see at least 1 Omnimon, because a lot of people are like, nah, what do you want Omnimon for? It's like, well, if you swing with this and you go to 0 on their turn, you have this in hand, you win the game. 4 and 4, that's what you need currently. When we go into BT17, I think it's BT17, we might see some changes here, but I don't really know if that's the case. 2 of the Gravity Crushes seem standard. 2 of the Atomic Infernos. I'm always suspicious of this because I always feel like you want 3 of these, but they are doing the Flame Drake Strikes. Different. I did try this back in the day, and I didn't really feel like it synergized very well, but it's nice to see that Saf's trying to make it work, and obviously getting 9th place obviously must have worked at least once or twice during the day. Cruiser Players, I think, is needing this format because, again, it's just wide format, and back to the rookies we've been before. So, Saf, Congratulations, Saft's not doing 2 years. X-Titan. The next... the next one in the line here. Also playing Red Hybrid. Same rookie lineup, although they are playing a more of a... Actually, they're playing more of a rookie lineup here. They are playing the BT4 Flamemon, and then 1 Bukamon. I understand what the Bukamon's here, and I understand what the Flamemon's here. It just seems very much a tight package. Like, I'd probably go like 4, 2, 2, 4, 1, and then try and maybe push up some more things here, because... I don't know. It's not word for him. It just seems very weird to me. Same again for the level 4s, and then the Aldermon here as the only level 5. Again, you're in a bit of a weird position here where you don't really get access to a good level 5 currently, and then you're not really going to get access to a good level 5 until like BT13 comes in when you're half purple. Then we have 4 of the Emperor Greys, and then 1 of the Ornaments. Again, I'm not really a massive fan of not having the 1 of the Blitz, but, you know, it's working for these guys, and, you know, we're getting there. 4 of the BT12, 4 of the BT7s, 2 Gravity Crushes, 2 Infernos, 2 Crimsons, 1 Trident Gaia. I presume this is because you just use the blowstone up on your opponents on the field and you get to swing with one of your Greymon things. And then 4 of the Koromon, because when you swing red swings into security, you get to draw a card. I believe it's red security. Also, when swings into security, you get to draw a card. It's a very good card. It's very useful where you can use it. 7th place, KBeeDS. I believe KBeeDS is Portuguese. I do apologise. So they did travel quite far to play this today, or yesterday. And yeah, they're playing a variation of the Armor Force deck. Playing 4 of the BT12s, 4 of the... Obviously BT2s, could be BT3s. Jamming Vmons, 4 of the Promos, 3 of the Ukos, 1 of the BT8s, I believe that is. 4 of the Magna from BT8, 4 of the Elytra from BT8, 4 of the ST17, 1 Goldra, 3 Zuda, 1 Defex. 4 of the promo Davis's dead. 4 of the U's, 3 Fire Rockets, 3 Heavens, 3 in training, 1 Armor Purge, 4 Wanya, and then 1 Bukamon. Very solid list. I've been looking at doing something like this for Evo Cup just for the sake of having some fun, and I never really feel happy with Largemon because I always feel like he's either too slow or he just doesn't do much. But at the same time, saying this, it's a very solid list, and they came 7th, so what do I know? Sid here with their Numemon list here. I think this might be the highest place in Numemon list. Let me just have a quick look here. Looking at the colours, it might just be the highest place in number 5. No, number 6, sorry. Fairly standard what we've been seeing. It does seem to be a case of you either run like 3 or 2 of these, you try and force other things in, but 4-4-3 seems to be pretty good. X-Antibody I do see comes up every now and again. I'm not sure if it's because they want to look for the proto form, or if it's because they want to just search for an X-Antibody on top of it, so maybe these guys. I don't dislike it, I think it's really good. Jerry, really good for draw power. Numemon here, just so you can get the Suzuki out for free. X-Antibody here, just for some more draw power. The RB1 Numemon is perfectly fine. The BT15 X-Antibody Monty, RB1 Montemon of Doom. 2 of the Werus, 1 of the Chimeras, which I think is a good idea, because if you've got a couple of these in the field, you just need to get an extra swing in. What's the problem? 4 Platinums, which seems to be more common these days. 2 of the Venuses, 1 of the Azul, 1 of the Shine Ruin Mode, 1 of the Merciful, 3 Suzuki, 1 Form, 1 Dokomon, and then 4 of the Sudamon. Solid list, 6th place. Congratulations. I believe this was a 5-1 record, so they did fairly well, and I think they had a great day. NovaBoltAH Auction House here. I don't know if the AH stands for Auction House, but as an old school Final Fantasy player, it will be Auction House from now on. Nova here took a different style of Hunter's deck from what I've been seeing recently, because I don't know we see the Omni shout in any lists. But 4 Gummy, 4 of the Psyche, 3 of the Draco, 2 of the Ikid. I'm I'm terrible with these names, I do apologise. 4 Shout, 4 of the Dame, 4 of the Asturamon, 3 of the Clock, 1 of the... Oh, is it Tulamon? I love this in like some other decks. Like it does, like it's really good in the D Brigade for some reason. 4 of the Astrodramon, 2 of the Omni Shout, 1 of the Quartz. I always find it really strange when I see like 1 Quartz. Like 2 feels like more natural to me as someone who plays obviously with decks with level 7s in, but only having access to 1 does seem to be a bit of a weird struggle in my opinion. 4 of the Taiki, 4 of the Watchmaker, 3 of the Yazoo, 3 of the Takiti, and then 4 of the purple babies over here. It was a very weird set, I think, for the babies, and I think the purple one always just seems to be the best option. As you can see, though, there is no option cards in this list, so it is just a case of like you throw things down, you hope for the best, you put things underneath, and you draw power. I'm just gonna say this deck again. Like the joke is always, I don't really know what Hunters does, but just having the slight differences makes me actually very confused because Clock is really weird because I always see it like 2, 3, or 4s. I almost never see an Omni Shout in there, or if I see like a 1 of because they just want the extra level 5. I normally see this as like a 2 of, but no, congratulations, you did really well here. It's nice to see that Hunters is still performing quite well in a format where I think people would have thought Hunters would be a bit dead, and to a degree, I kind of want to see if Digicross is just still good, the good people deck. ComKid. I think this is our highest placing armor deck for the day, and god damn, it's ugly card. But no, we have like a very good package here for Veemon. We have the BT12, the promo, the Ukamon, the jamming, the 2 searches instead, the BT8 Magna, the BT13 Magna, the ST17 Magna at 4s. This is really weird for me because normally when I see this package, you don't always see 4 Magnus from BT13 because it's the weakest one. I'll say it in brackets, but it is the weakest Magna one. Although I do like its effect that with armor purges, you can either basically put the card from underneath it back on the field for free, or you can play a card from your hand. So I like it. I do like it. I think it's a good card. 2 of the Kuma. I presume this is for source stripping, but I'd rather have the Lalamon here. There's obviously like a plan for this deck, and I just don't see it. 2 of the Zudas. 2 of the Magna X's. A lot of people just don't like Magna X because they say it's a bad card. I think it's a decent card, but you do see a lot of lists basically just avoiding it at like all costs. 1 Def X, sorry, again for whiteboards and helping get rid of things. 4 of the promo Davises, 4 of the U's, 2 of the Searcher Davises, and you are searching most of your Digimon, to be fair. There's no greens in here, so you're not looking for the extra large one. 2 Rockets, 1 of the amazing metal. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. Ancient Amazing Dragon Digizor go into a Magma for a reduced cost of 3. And then 1, the best green card in the format, Heaven's Judgment, and then 4 Wano and 1 Ukamon, which makes sense because obviously you have 4 Ukamons, you do kind of just want to churn through them as fast as you can. So yeah, really good job here, ComKid, and hope you had a great day. Marcus A. I did ask the question, why is there no Mega Gargamons in this list, and they have yet to reply over 14 hours later. So I'm not going to get an answer, or they don't know themselves. 4 of the Cat, 3 of the Rooster, 3 Antila, which I feel like people every time I see a list, it's like there's more Antilas in the list, which maybe that's the thing you need to do, because I like Antila. Like, it's basically what does you a lot of damage, especially if you got like a D Reaper on the field, which is just here. 2 of the Rats, 2 Snakies, 2 Monkeys. Monkey's my favourite. 2 of the Indra, 1 of the Vetra, 1 of the Piggy, 1 of the Dragon. I still like the old Dragon. I still think the other one's better because it lets you underspend, I think it is, if your opponent has no sources. Or Digimon. 1 of the Ram, 3 of the Azulong, 3 of the Genbus, or Ibowa. 2 of the Bahu. I like Bahu. I think he has like a really interesting effect. The fact that like if they hit security, you can get a placement for free is really cool to me. 2 of the Jaquai. 4 Fenlong, because it's a Fenlong deck. 1 Defx. This is like interchangeable with Ruin Mode, I always feel like. 2 Analog Youth, feels the trash and gets you searching for a card. 1 of the Heroes, because it lets any level 5 get DP plus, I believe, or above. 4 Loyalty, 4 of the Fenlong option cards, 1 Crimson, 1 Heaven's Judgment, best green card ever, and then 4 of the Mothers. Solid list, really good. I do feel like people do keep swapping and changing their ratios, so I think it makes a lot of people oh, I've seen like 3 of these, which is there's no one left right in the deck. Sure, think what you like. But yeah, really good list. I do just wonder why there isn't a Mega Gargamon in here. Maybe they just didn't have the option to do it, or maybe they just didn't feel right doing it because they wanted the names and such. Because that's obviously a thing. You don't get to have the names if you have Mega Gargamon in here, and that can be the difference between getting this out for like cost of 3 or maybe getting it out for cost of 5. But no, Marcus, fantastic job. Congratulations. ThatDude coming in here with a green list. This is really interesting to me, because this is like so weird that we've seen like Bloomlord do so well, because Bloomlord feels like it just fell off the end of the earth, and like in this case, I know it's like a really weird variation of Bloom, but a lot of people seem to like sleep on Quantum. Quantum's such a good card. So this does start to seem more like the start of like a Rose deck, and then it goes like, now we're doing Bloom. So 4 of the Searchers, I believe that's 4 of the BT14 ones, which is the one when your opponent suspends, you lose 2 memory. 3 of the antibodies, which triggers the suspending your opponent's Digimon. 2 of the can't be played by effects. Probably what I believe this is. 4 of the Sunflow, 3 of the Toga, and then 2 of the other Sunflow. So this is the one that lets you suspend something to play something else, I believe. This is the one that lets you reduce the cost of a Tamer, and then this is the one that reduces the cost of going into a Fairy. It's been a while since I looked at my deck, so do forgive me. 1 Toga X, 3 of the Ajara, 2 of the Cherries. I believe this is the one that you can redirect into a suspended Digimon. 2 of the Aces, which is really weird because you don't see a lot of 2 of the Aces anymore. You see one of. 1 of the Rapid, which is obviously good for this, but also just a very good card in general. 3 of the Blooms. Makes sense, Bloom deck. 3 of the Quantum. Yeah, it makes it a control variant. 1 of the Mega Gargamon Ace. Makes sense because that way, if your opponent swings into you and they can't deal with you, you can just stop them from being able to Digivolve and suspend them. It's very good, very interesting. 2 Quartz, which is the standard Walrus Fill. 2 of the original Mimi, which is the memory setter, and also lets you do some shenanigans with your breeding area. 2 of the new Mimi, that lets you reduce the cost of Digivolving, I think. And then the the middle-aged Mimi, I guess it is, with Izzy, which is you can suspend this Tamer to gain. I'm trying to think what it is now. Is it you can suspend this Tamer to look at the top card of your deck, and it can Digivolve into a Digimon card. That's like you can Digivolve into, or something like that. I think that's what this one does. You don't see this one very often. I like it. Like I used to use it a lot, but yeah, you don't see it very often anymore. So ThatDude coming back with some history is really cool. 3 of the in training. 1 hidden potential discovered because you need to run against greed. And I will have this argument for everyone else. Yes, it can be a busted card, but you have to find it. If you don't find it, it doesn't do anything. And at the same time, if green Megas costed the correct amount of memory that they should cost, then you wouldn't have to have HDP in the format. Because if this didn't cost like 5 to go into, it wouldn't matter. And then in first place, Luke Campbell playing Leviamon. Now, I was saying this the other day that Leviamon seems to have just dropped off the face of the earth as well, because it just seems to be this weird deck that just hasn't been able to perform since like EX5 meta. I think it does feel a bit of the suffering from not having the engine that Gabumon and Grumon did give it. But we're playing the old school Sunamon here, and then we go into 3 Goblins, 3 of the, I believe this is the ST Gabumon, 2 Gazzies, 1 of the Gizzies, 1 of the Rushdown Gilmons, because why not have a Rushdown Gilmon? You'll have the memory for it, right? You want to get an extra swing in. 1 of the X-Antibody Gabumons, because it's a 1. 4 of the Dormon X's, 2 of the Octomon, 1 of the Garurumon X's, Cerberus X-Antibody times 3,
Wazoo Seedramon at 2. Dragomon. I'm always terrible with this one. I know which one it is, I just don't know the name. Dragomon at 2. 2 Why are you here? You should be over here somewhere. 2 of the rare mons. This is like the only deck that really does perform well with this card because it does need to kind of get away with being such a expensive price-wise, as well as just it's a good card, but like yeah, it's very weird. 4 of the Leviamon from EX5, 3 of the X Antipody, 1 of the Shine Rumored, which is weird because I normally see 2 of these in these lists. Maybe that's the difference. 4 in trainings, 4 of the original option card for Vear, 2 of the 7th Lightning. Yeah, and obviously 2 of these to be fair. 2 of the X Antipody, 2 of the Protoform. This is what I've not been seeing. I don't normally see people split them in half. I normally see like people go like 4 of these or 4 of these. Not normally half and half. I like this. This does make some sense to me. 2 of the purple memory boost, and then I'm back to the super mode. This was the regional winner. Thank you very much to everyone for being here, and I appreciate the support. If you're new here, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the other YouTube gibberish that we talk about here. And see you guys next one. Have a fantastic day. Ta-ra.